Alright, we have a team battle going on. 5v5 round out format. Sanctuary Alliance is taking on Team Asteroid. First time this has happened, even though Team Asteroid is probably the team that has the most team battles in a single day. I'm technically joined by Zod, but she's not on the call. I am actually at her place right now.
Hi.
I have no idea if my mic will pick her up or not. And I'm not going off the mic in case background noise happens. Okay, now I know that got picked up. Sky is starting off for us, and he's going up against Mr. Wizard. I actually haven't seen Mr. Wizard fight before. That's the name of this person, Mr. Wizard. Mr. Wizard is G-assisting with Shadow Paladin, Genesis Witches.
That makes sense. So which deck is who?
Sky is using Gear Chronicle up against the Genesis Witches. Let's see. With G-assist, he got rid of
My puppy.
a Stride Enabler and a Critical Trigger. So he lost guard and stride capabilities. He also gave up a Doom Brace and a what's her name again? Dione.
Dione looks like Urza from Fairy Tail.
Urza was probably meant to represent her because Dione, most of the Genesis units are actually represented by gods and goddesses from different myths, mostly from like Norse and some
that
Greek.
Outfit right there is you'll see as one of her outfits. It's a second origin outfit.
Yeah, I would believe that Urza's design was probably based off a goddess in mythology.
Skills, it's got everyone's skill and Fairy Tail skill to put.
And that's probably emphasis as to why that ended up being the case. So Sky Limit's just criticaled, and now Mr. Wizard is at three damage. Chooses not to ride, even though G-assist revealed that a grade 3 was in the hand. But Sky has a 10k Vanguard, so two of these attacks won't hit unless a trigger happens. He can go for the rear, but if Sky doesn't guard it, then it's only one attack is going to be for the rear. If Sky's willing to drop his critical trigger now, he can no pass this. And that's exactly what's happening.
You're watching a team battle now, and I'm watching Natalia and Gravity Falls playing on the background.
Pretty much. Today's a fun day. Chrono Jet Dragon is ridden. And it looks like Mr. Wizard isn't guarding. So now ride and stride. Ride into Mint, and then stride into Doom Brace. There are 3 units in the soul, and he's using the starter skill. So one of those gets to be called for free. And it looks like he's going to go for Witch of Melons. When it's placed on the rear guard, if you have a Vanguard with Witch, look at 3 cards on top of your deck, put 1 in the soul, put the rest in the drop zone. Probably going to pull that one out. Yep, pulled that one out. Melons seems like a really bad joke. Well, she doesn't have watermelons one way or the other. It's not my fault if they specifically
She has.
Not watermelons.
In Japan, those are called melons. They fucking the Christmas melon.
I think I know those have a name. Though that kind of melon has a name. I forgot what it is.
called the most skimpy outfit?
I think it was like honeydew melon.
Yeah, oh yeah, that is honeydew melon.
Oh, there you go. Sky isn't guarding the Vanguard, and a critical already appeared. A critical and a heal, so the damage just evened out. Takes the other attack instead of guarding 31k. I don't blame him.
Creepy baby.
Yeah, the time baby. In the world of Gravity Falls, that's the master of all time based crimes.
Francis show a technique, profiting from the sidelines.
That's the ultimate technique, profiting from the sidelines. You can't defeat that technique.
No, thank you.
Sky Limits is using
Fate Rider. Rose's card, favorite card. Oh god, here's the Roman Empire looks up Italy's dress.
Yeah, that happens.
Fan service.
A draw trigger becomes a grade 1. Oh, and that grade 1 of all things. So now every time something gets into the bottom of the deck from now on, an unflip happens.
Steelhawk?
The Steam Fighter. Sky Limits has sent everything on Wizard's Field to the bottom except for the melons.
Why do you need the melons?
Because the melons is a grade 1. He wanted to get rid of some intercepts. Did he unflip? He didn't unflip.
What happened?
Do I want to ask?
I just lost my place.
If Sky Limits had done that differently, he actually could have gotten another attack, but it's probably for the best that he didn't, because now his Mist Geyser isn't a target. And here comes the bullcrap. Yep. Yeah, but Vanguard is out, which means he's gonna know his next few cards. When this unit attacks the Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, this unit gets the beginning of the... Oh, so it doesn't do the skill until... Okay. Mr. Wizard asking to put the perfect guard in the drop zone so that he can Soul Blast, because he wants to put them into the guard first to show what he's Soul Blasting. He's using draws in order to check his top four and put them back. But oh well, we know one of those is probably a perfect guard now. Critical. Critical. And perfect guard. So Sky can do this and be at 5 damage at the end. Sky can willingly take this and just be at 5 if he wants. He also doesn't have to. I hope he has the ability to stride. Yes, he does. So will we see Chrono Jet Dragon's evolution? Yes, we do. Chrono Jet Digivolves to Chrono Jet Next Age. Put a unit at the bottom. Moving everything up. Counter charge. He didn't forget this time. He forgot last time. Battle phase. The first attack should be 9k to the rear. And then 26 to the Vanguard without boost. Oh, he's attacking 26k without boost first. Yep. He can keep the perfect guard. So now, by counterblasting 1, discarding 3, and flipping a copy, he gets to bring out Chrono Jet Dragon's original form, standing. So it attacks 23k. You can only guard with zeros, and he still has Twin Drive intact. So that's a 2 pass. So that's all he's doing. First is draw trigger, and second is Chrono Jet. He was right to not give it to Vanguard. He attacks the rear, and then attacks the Vanguard. Neither is blocked. So Wizard uses the draw trick. Wizard uses the critical trigger skill, putting it back into the deck, shuffling and drawing, to check 3 and putting 1 in the drop and putting 1 in the soul. The rest go to the drop. He's only got 8 cards in deck now. Also, this deck probably doesn't use the stand trigger you hate so much because it's a Legion deck. And Legion needs drop zone. Sky probably has this at this point, actually. Right now, he's thinking. In case that in any way, shape, or form causes the game to think I'm doing something. And won't disconnect. I don't know how long this match has been going so far. I want to make sure that a disconnect doesn't happen. By typing in the box without knowing nothing is going to come up. Okay, so he's doing the Legion. Puts in 3 crits and the mate. So there are 3 crits added to the deck from that. Sky is giving him time to do the skill if he's choosing to do the skill. Sky's gonna have to assume he's not doing the skill.
I have kitty. Hi, kitty.
I see.
He's watching you.
Okay, so no triggers appeared. He even said himself there were 8 criticals left in the deck out of 11 cards. Didn't get a single one.
Well, let's know the next night are gonna be.
Pretty much. Which means Sky pretty much has this at this point. Stride into Ragnarok just to make sure this is over.
All of a sudden he drops it to the side.
So now Ragnarok's skill. He didn't get any grade 0s in the check, so he can't guard. I mean, no, he didn't get any enough to guard this attack, so he can't guard. He couldn't guard with grade 0s at all. Most of what's left in there is a critical trigger. So the match is over. Sky takes it. Good game.